Good morning, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the Man, coming here. Just woke up, turned on the TV, and the Dallas Cowboys have done it again. Let me put some lights on in here. I don't know, it's a little too bright right now, but that's what we're going to go with. This is what we're going to do. I'm not awake yet. Just got my cup of coffee, and I just want to share this story with you. The Cowboys strike again. I don't know what to think of it. I'm not happy. I used the word purgatory where we were drafting, and I'm going to play this clip for you as soon as I take a hit of this coffee. But not in the best of moods in seeing this. This organization is a mess. All right, let's see here. We'll use this camera. Get me. All right, here we go. Breaking news from Dallas Cowboys.
Well, we got the entire squad here now. Sean Sharif, RJ Choppy, Bobby Belt on his way to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis tomorrow. Peyton and Rai in the back live
Get a load
on the
of this,
Fan
people.
Cam, Twitch, and YouTube. Thanks for being a Tolo. That stands for Turn It On, Leave It On. And late last night, Roberto sent us the story from Michael Gelkin, one of the few people that I actually like and respect at the Dallas Morning News.
Stephen
Calvin
Catboy
Watkins.
Jones.
I can't remember who else right now, but really Michael and Calvin. The rest can go ahead and kick rocks and slip on their two-page paper. But Michael Gelkin, who is in the know, writes, Cowboys didn't plan for a season in which their entire coaching staff and franchise quarterback would be in a contract year, but that scenario is a possibility. Mike Zimmer, other new hires signed one-year deals.
Whoa. I told you this was an issue I was worried about. Lame duck coach is not going to want to have a coordinator that gets multiple years. Why in the hell is Mike Zimmer brought in on a one-year deal? How is this going to work? So you got a lame duck coach. All your coaches have a one-year deal. What? The players aren't stupid. What is going on here? A one-year deal for Mike Zimmer. I'm going to let it play. I'm going to stop. I'm going to comment. This is a shit show in the biggest possible way, in my opinion. This isn't a negotiation, but let's see.
That's a one-year deal for Mike Zimmer. And then the final line, which will make the Dak haters, Mike Bassick, RJ Choppy, stand up. A Dak Prescott offseason extension is not promised. This is the second guy over there, along with David Moore, with a similar report. Bobby Belt, what do you make of that?
I mean, if Michael is talking about it, it's legitimate. Like, Michael is, typically I will, anything that Michael Gelkin or Todd Archer are talking about is going to make me sit up and take a little
Todd
bit more
Archer,
notice.
we know, is
but
David Moore is a mouthpiece for the team.
Something
but
that
Michael
we've
Gelkin, too?
heard leaked a little bit or suggested a little bit is that, like, oh, this could be their play, but you know, it feels like this tide. It's almost like the Fields versus trading or Fields versus Caleb Williams discussion in Chicago, where we keep hearing this changing tide of like, oh, it's going to be Fields. Oh, it's going to be number one. It's Fields. Same sort of thing where we keep hearing, oh, Cowboys could let this play out. And then it's like, no, they're going to get this done. They're going to sign it probably in the next 2 weeks or something. They've got to get it done. And then you hear Steven say stuff the other day like, hey, we don't have to get it done. Like, we want to, but we don't have to get it done.
We can restructure it.
Yeah,
the way it is.
Exactly. That they don't feel like they have to do anything with his contract in order to operate the way they want to this offseason.
And of course, the key question is, okay, are these reporters being used for leverage, or are they setting the table that they really may not give him $60 million a year anytime soon? That's the question here. Because when David Moore writes it, I think leverage. When Michael Gelkin follows up, I say, oh, is this not happening? Is this actually going to be a reality? That's the way my brain is thinking about it right now.
Look, I mean, that is a good question. It is the reality. Like, what are they going to do? What is their whole motivation behind these kind of throwing out there little tidbits?
The whole motivation is these writers should be ashamed of themselves. David Moore, Michael Galkin, are you not smart enough to realize what's going on here? Are you guys not smart enough to know that the Cowboys are using you as a mouthpiece? And are you comfortable with that? That's the question. Are you comfortable with that? You know, they don't need to purge the players. They need to purge the damn ownership. It's absolutely ridiculous.
This is not a test.
This isn't a test, people. It is time to scream from the highest mountain about this general manager. The fact that he's taking this course with an MVP, I don't give a shit what you trolls say. He's an MVP runner-up for the second time in 3 years. You can't hold the quarterback accountable. You can't hold any one person. It's a collective thing. Maybe put yourself on a one-year deal, Stephen Jones, but you can't because you own the team. This is the problem. This is wrong with like when you say we have a culture problem, the culture lies at the top, people. The culture does not lie with the quarterback of the football team. He's the first one in the building, the last one to leave. Okay, you know how I feel about the coach. After that display, I think the coach should have been gone. Okay, nothing against Mike McCarthy. Excuse me, COVID cough. That's probably the one of many. I woke up, not feeling the best, listened to this shit. I don't know what to make of it, but let's keep listening. Not happy, people.
It's to the morning news or to certain media members. Like, are they... it's really like, are you really going to negotiate in the public media? Is that how you're doing it? Like,
yep.
that's the
That's
way
what
you
they
want to
do.
They've done it
Let's
a lot of times.
They have.
before.
A lot of teams have done it. Like, is that really the right way to go about it? I mean, I don't know the answer to that.
So when they brought back McCarthy, I remember that was one of the things that you had said, Chop, is that you felt like, hey, if you're going to bring back McCarthy, it can't be on a one-year deal. At the very least, you need to tack on a meaningless extra year. It's got to look like
Not
there's some
just
level
game
of
time
security.
saying it.
And Michael Galkin writes in this article, he says that, short-term contracts are not necessarily a surprise following a 48-32 beatdown in the wildcard round. He goes, still there's some resulting discomfort and unhappiness within the building. One person close to the situation said the sentiment extends deeper than the coaches, adding that little sense of commitment is felt anywhere.
Right.
And look, I think that whether Dak
that's not a
or
winning
Mike
culture,
McCarthy
people.
or some of these other
That everybody
people on the
worried about
roster
their
that-
job.
that
This
feel
isn't college
if
football.
Dak is one of them, feel
Okay, this isn't
offended
college.
or uneasy or unhappy with the lack
These are
of
the
commitment.
pros. You pay the people.
Tough.
You pay them.
Yeah.
Pay him.
I mean, tough. Like, don't get your ass kicked in the wild card round by a team that's not better than you at home.
Okay, cool. Hardline stance. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, I have the leverage still. I'm on the higher step in the Suns game. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm Suns in 4. So, yeah, we got our ass kicked. Yeah, I got some playoff issues.
He was on the lower step.
The guy who got his ass kicked.
No. Suns and 4 guy was in the lower step. He didn't have the
Oh, he didn't?
No.
The
That was the
leverage?
most amazing
He
part
was-
of that entire
He was
thing.
literally punching up.
That was the most amazing part of that fight.
Well,
Listen to
in
this.
my opinion,
Listen to
the
this.
top step in this scenario is going to purgatory. Go
There
ahead.
it is.
Live it all over again post.
There it
Aikman.
is, purgatory.
So go ahead, take your hardline stance.
Sure.
I'll go get paid somewhere else, and you can possibly rot.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the way that I would look at it, is that you're really risking something here. But, I mean, I also think...
We haven't gotten to the juicy part yet, people. That's not the way to look at it. You know who's in purgatory? I'll tell you who's in purgatory. It's the fans are in purgatory. The people that buy the tickets, the people that buy the merchandise, the people that go to the games. You spend $14 for a Miller Lite. All this new money that's raining from the gods onto these teams that, now that the salary cap is up to $255.4 million, Is it going to the fans? Is it going to the season ticket holders? Are you going to throw $1 dog day? Are you going to lower the ridiculous parking prices over at AT&T? Well, be like, what are you doing for the fans? Oh, no, we're going to hold everybody on a one-year deal. Here's the deal, people. That don't work. This is the major leagues. Professional athletes don't like this. You can't motivate a professional athlete like this usually. So the fact that we think we could do it is absolute ridiculous, okay? Pay Dak Prescott or release him. Come out. Stop playing the game. Now, it could still all be a ploy, but I disagree with using the public. This isn't 1990 Jerry Jones, okay? You can't flex like this. Dak Prescott owns all the cards, okay? Dak Prescott owns every card. He's the only one sitting at the poker table. Catboy, you're dealing the cards, and you got to take what hits you. And he just he's sitting on 20, my man, okay? Now, better yet, he's sitting on blackjack, and you know it. There's an ace showing, okay? You know that he holds all the cards. You have no leverage, so you're trying to fight a little bit of leverage, or are you just a jackass? Not happy, people? The best is yet to come. Stay tuned.
I think that if the Cowboys want to hold the position of none of you have earned anything, then they all have to kind of eat that.
None of you have earned anything. Speaking of earning, Stephen Jones, what have you done to earn your job as running the organization? We all know that Jerry Jones is not the acting general manager of this team. That's BS. It hasn't been that way for a few years, since the Johnny Manziel draft, where they put him in a closet and said, Jerry, zip it. We're not taking Johnny football, okay? We knew that. So what have you done other than being born with a silver spoon in your mouth, Stephen Jones? Okay, you got a chemical engineering degree in college. You're a smart man. I'm not here to say you're not smarter than little old Game Time Brian, because I know you are. But as far as running a football team, I question it a lot, okay? This is where I always say, and it upsets some of my fellow Cowboy fans, Howie Roseman, I live 40 minutes from the facility. Howie Roseman is better than you all day, all night, and twice, every day of the week, and twice on Sunday, okay? He knows when to do the contract. He doesn't wait until the player has all the leverage, and then you got to do these stupid stunts where, we could do it. We're signing everybody on one-year deals. That don't work, Stephen Jones. Another year of nothingness.
Whether they care or not. Like, Dak may not care. Dak may be like, fine, you're the one who's really jeopardizing things.
Exactly.
Dak may not care. But for Dallas to have an internal sentiment of, we're not giving any of you anything after what happened last year, I don't hate the thought process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bobby
but they
Bell,
should pay CeeDee Lamb.
That's a dumb
here's what's
statement,
interesting.
Bobby Bell.
You have your
Sorry,
little blow-ups
that's
and whatever, you have
not
to pay
smart
CeeDee
business.
Lamb. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
you do, but I guess
Bobby,
the thing
you
is,
remember
if you're gonna
Quincy
move on,
Carter?
if you're gonna not pay Dak and you're gonna move on from Dak,
Yeah.
then the play is
Do you remember
to not
Chad
pay CD
Hutchinson?
and not pay Micah, and it's to trade him.
Yeah, that's
Do you remember
that
Drew
could be the
Bledsoe?
play, but it'll never happen. Ever.
No, I wouldn't think so. But I mean, I could easily make the argument that they're in
Clint
purgatory
Sterner?
now.
How about that one?
And
You
if I
remember
was
that
Jerry, I would come
quarterback,
back to
Bobby?
Dak and I would say, son, we're in purgatory today. We're trying to get to heaven.
Right.
Get
You
to
can make
heaven.
the argument as an organization. I still don't think you can make that as a quarterback. Like, he just finished second in the MVP. He played his best football. I don't think
Exactly.
I
that-
understand
There's
that.
two different purgatories.
Yeah,
there's-
there's a regular season and a playoff.
No, you're not relevant. Like, there's no reason to watch your games.
To wake
and
up to
there's,
this
okay, you're
my
you're
stomach.
technically a contender.
Thank God the
you're
coffee
a
tastes
division
good, though.
champ, possibly, until we get to the postseason. There's two different type of purgatories. It's, okay, you're on that third level of contenders versus you can be a top 5 drafting team.
I'd rather be the top 5 drafting team than stuck at the 24 every year.
In all
Bobby,
likelihood, in the divisional
that's
round, if they would
purgatory
have made
to
it and
me.
everything else. But we can't say it's not just some impossibility at the start of the playoffs every year. We're not talking about it's completely impossible for the Cowboys to go on a run and win the Super Bowl. Like, they're talented enough. That to me is not purgatory. Purgatory is like you are stuck in the
Listen,
middle,
bro.
and there's
Bro,
no
purgatory-
hope of going up or
Pause.
down even.
Stop.
Or
Pause.
below.
No. Purgatory is 30 years of not advancing to the... We're not, excuse me. That's COVID cough number 2. Excuse me. I know it didn't sound good, but purgatory is 30 years of not getting to, 29 years of not getting to the NFC Championship game, not getting past the divisional round. Yeah, there's been years where we've shit the bed and we've had a top 10 pick. Those were the good years because we get that good player and all of a sudden, boom, we're winning 11 games again. We're in purgatory. Make no mistake. With this ownership, and especially Stephen Jones, who I've been railing on for the last year and a half with Mark Holmes. And, at times, Mark has come back with me. Oh, we did this, we did that. He's not doing his job, okay? He's not doing his job for the fans, for the team. You know who he's doing the job for? He's doing the job for him and his father and his siblings, holding on to this money. You can't take the money with you, people. There's a salary cap. Be smart. Sign these people early. Don't just sign the medically injured, because that's all we do around here. Oh, my God, you get an ACL? You get a deal. Okay? You broke your fibula? You get a deal. I mean, that's what we do. We give out deals. We feel like you're coming back from an ACL? Long-term deal for you, my man. Hey, Jalen Smith, you have drop foot. You cannot run properly. We're going to give you a $50-some million deal. We're going to take advantage because we might strike gold. Hey, we shit their bed. Boss man fat. We didn't know how to draft that year. We took you in the second round. We're rolling the dice, baby. That's us rolling the dice, okay? Mozzie Smith last year, instead of just taking an offensive lineman, we had to reach, move tags. There's no way that tag was there. Instead of dropping down or just taking Steve Avila, who was sitting on the board, who, oh, by the way, was named to the all-rookie team. This organization is doomed. Doomed. Not even at the best part yet.
Oh, the Commanders have been stuck forever. The Chicago Bears have been stuck since the beginning of time with their quarterback.
And what's the numbers? It's still, there's never been a 4,000-yard passer in the history.
The Chicago Bears have been stuck. No, they haven't, because they don't go into the year with expectation that they're a Super Bowl team. Every year, we got to hear from the Cowboy that, well, he just said it at the press conference the other day that I showed you. He was flexing about his 36 regular season wins over the last 3 years, second to Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, you're missing a big part of the argument, which is what? Playoff success. Being clutch. A better coach team, okay? Am I the only one that sees this, people? Am I the only one that is listening and has my eyes wide open, or am I in the dark by myself? Am I just speaking? Let me know what you think. Am I wrong in thinking that we're doomed?
The Bears, which is an absurd note, especially with the way the game's gone. But yeah, that's being stuck. Now, what I think is interesting here is one of the last lines of Michael's article where he says,
this is Michael Gelkin saying a Dak Prescott offseason extension is not promised. This came out at 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah, at 11 o'clock Indy time. So he's pushing this way late.
Last night.
He's in Indy. So this is the East Coast. He's pushing it out near midnight where he's at.
And why would he be writing it that late in Indy, Bob? As you're about to find out.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? He may have.
They're at St. Elmo's putting back
a little busy bee.
The
or
shots.
Maybe he was out late at a restaurant and talking to somebody that
Stephen Jones is telling him
I
he's
need to go write
flexing.
something
We ain't
real
giving
quick.
shit to nobody.
Yeah, Peter King, who went on G-Bag yesterday and finally retired, he said, yeah, I retired because, I didn't want to go. I wasn't excited for certain events like the Combine. He goes, I'm excited to be in bed by 9:15. At the Combine, you're out every night till 1 a.m. Part of the reason why I wanted to go to the Combine.
Yeah, exactly.
And
6:30 start. We're gonna be pushing for that. We're gonna spend the whole next year pushing to go next year.
Yes, I am.
It says talking about the DAK agreement. Todd France, the agent for Dak Prescott. Tory Dandy, the agent for CeeDee Lamb. David Mulugeta, the agent for Micah Parsons. The Cowboys have zero plans to meet with any of the three while they're in Indianapolis.
Who said that, Michael?
Michael Gelkin said that they have no plans to meet with any of them and that they feel, it said two people familiar with the team's thinking said that they consider in-person meetings unnecessary to advance contract-related talks because they're familiar enough with the agents.
That shot right there hurt him, but you can see that Jerry Jones got jacked up.
Are you kidding me? Then why is Stephen Jones at the combine? You don't know what the F you're looking at as far as football players. You got Will McClay there, okay? Why are you at the combine if you have no plans to meet with any of the agents? That's your job. Again, you are not doing your job as a general manager. Or, I forgot, Jerry's a general manager. You just got to steer Jerry in the right direction. What are you doing, Jerry? What are you letting your son do? Your son is off the reservation. He's out to lunch. This is Stephen Jones here. We're all having an adult conversation and he's in the corner.
And she showed me the movies and I like them too.
Yeah, I don't care, Stephen. Stop it, zip it. I don't understand. Stephen Jones.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay. Yeah? Are you? Absolutely.
What do you make of that?
I think that's kind of nonsense. I think you need to, if you want to get these things done, you would sit down and just say, hey, come on the bus, let's hammer it out real quick. The fact that they're not doing that, that's not about familiarity or anything else. It's about, here's opportunity, get it done.
Stephen Jones, the other day in Indy, on having to get Dak done to free up some other cap space.
Well, we got ways to adjust his cap number for this year. We are, obviously between Dak and between Micah and CD, it's, the salary cap's real for us.
You know what else is real, Stephen Jones?
You suck. Yeah.
With those three guys, in a situation where we want to, do deals with all three of them. Do you get to do everything you want to do with the salary cap? I don't think any team does. But, we're certainly going to be able to, go out and go to work and get the things done that we feel like we need to get done to be successful.
Do you want to do those deals this offseason?
Yeah, we're not, like I said, won't expound on any details, timing.
Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? He's like flexing, not to the media, he's flexing to the fans.
You're fired. What?
I would love for him to be relegated to, I don't know, give him something to do behind the scenes. He doesn't know I don't know what he's doing. You don't negotiate like this. There's 31 other football teams who are, well, listen, I would venture to guess that when Dak hits the open market next year, there'll be 8 to 10 teams throwing money at him. You could laugh all you want, but watch. I actually hope it happens now. I actually hope it happens for all you Dak haters. I hope Dak goes. I hope he signs with who the hell knows. I don't care. Let him go sign with the Atlanta Falcons. Let him go sign with any number of teams. Okay? Let's roll with Trey Lance and see where that gives us. CeeDee Lamb, you think he's going to be here? He's not even giving CeeDee Lamb like a contract. He's not meeting with CeeDee's agent. Why? Now, I'm not saying that none of these are going to get done, but to put this out in the public is a joke. So, Stephen Jones,
take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
I'm not happy, people. Sorry.
Amounts, anything.
No, not timing, but you said you want to do deals about 3 of them.
I'm not going to say when.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, this is getting interesting, a little bit dramatic. I still think it's negotiating. That's what it is. Give me the percentage.
Who are you
on Dak Prescott
negotiating
getting his
with?
extension done this offseason. I will still say it's 80-20.
Yeah, I was going to say 75.
80% gets done.
75-80 was what I was thinking.
All right. So we're not totally buying all this.
I don't understand that logic, though. I understand what Sean's saying, okay? I mean, I get what Sean's saying. We're not stupid. Stephen Jones, you don't have the cards. You don't let a quarterback get to free agency, especially somebody who's the stature of Dak Prescott, regardless of what you haters think. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe you haters want him to get to free agency because, it's just going to drive the price up. Listen, I don't know what to say here. I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to leave it here because I'm stunned. Not sure what Stephen Jones is doing at the combine if he doesn't want to meet with anybody and do his job because he's butthurt. Well, listen, maybe if you would have opened your eyes, okay, you can't blame all the coaches for your lack of ability to get linebackers on this team, okay? You're the guy. I thought player acquisition was a 365-day-a-year job. I thought that's what it was. Is it? Or are you just talking out both sides of your neck? It's all BS. You did not do your job as a front office as to have linebackers ready to go. It's not like we didn't know Leighton Vander Esch gets hurt. Overshown got hurt in preseason. Yet you let linebacker after linebacker after linebacker get plucked off of our practice squad because you were trying to manipulate the roster. You got owned. Just like Jonathan Ridgeway, who's playing with the Washington Commanders. You messed with him. He was, a 5th-round pick, 6th-round pick. Had a hell of a training camp. Had a hell of a way better year than Mozzie Smith did. That I'll tell you. Yet you exposed him. So why not expose Mozzie Smith? You don't know what you're doing, Stephen Jones. Here's the problem. I'd rather have a guy who knows they don't know what they're doing because then they'll rely on people who do know what they're doing. The worst possible situation is when you have a guy who thinks he knows everything and really he don't know shit. Okay, and I can get away with this because I don't work for the team. But let's finish listening. If there's anything left of this mess, let's listen. I'll give my final reaction. Then I gotta go do something. This is upsetting.
It can be posturing a little bit, but it is interesting when, again, it's Michael referencing various sources, numbers of sources on different things relating to the lack of commitment.
We should get Gelkin on to talk about it.
That'd be great. Hopefully they don't rewind to 6:01 and hear you talking about the Dallas Morning News.
Yeah. Dallas Morning News, who's in bed with the tickets, shutting down anyone that we want to have on as a reporter there. So glad they're giving their reporters some more exposure on 100,000 watts on the home of America's team. Good job. Don't get uncomfortable, Bob.
This front office.
We end up looking like a monkey fucking a football out there.
Get uncomfortable. All right.
I'm going to start blowing up all your spots on the air.
Blow them up. I blow them up. Go ahead.
You do.
I'm trying to get Calvin. I want Calvin Watkins to get some airtime. I want Gelkin, work on his on-air delivery.
That's it, people, here for that. So basically, Stephen Jones is at the combine, has no intentions of meeting with any agents, okay? So let me know. Do you think it's a bargaining ploy? Dak owns all the cards. What are you doing? You're like a little kid trying to sit with the big boys, like at a poker table. You got $10 in front of you. I'm sitting there with a stack of chips. You're not beating me, bro. I don't understand what Stephen Jones is trying to do. We just need to blow it all up, if you ask me. If this is how it's going, then why not go all in last year? If we're going to take this, just blow it up. Very annoying, but stay tuned. I'm off today. I think I might be going back to work tomorrow, more likely Saturday. That's the plan anyway. I'm not allowed to go back to work until tomorrow. So yeah, this is what happens here. I'm home when this shit breaks. That's all well and good, but then I got to stew on it instead of doing my job. It's kind of ridiculous that we're dealing with this just a day before the combine. It's absolutely ridiculous. But in any event, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
But this is how I feel. This is how I feel going into the season. I feel like it's over before it began. Just as I sit right here today, we don't have the draft capital. And even if we did, am I really that excited after last year? I'll be at the draft this year with Primetime Phil and Mark Holmes and Chef David Wiley. I'll be at the draft this year watching other teams do all the moving and shaking. And we'll be there to talk about it, but I feel like we're over before we started. That's how I feel. Ho hum. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Look out for more, for more content later. I'll maybe do a live stream, my normal lunchtime chat. All right, everybody. Sorry to let you know that our front office is letting us down. Peace out.